Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool 250W Western Electric wooden wall telephone, and this is Steve's telephone from Texas. And so basically this telephone, this is the initial checkout, and it has some issues. It's missing its receiver capsule, and it's missing the spit cup. It does not have a magneto or a crank, and so we need to get it squared away. We also have an issue with a shelf. We're not sure what we're going to do about the shelf at this point, but the most important situation is to get the telephone in working condition. So we have some parts on order for this telephone, and we need to install a receiver and a receiver cloth cord. We also want to get a spit cup. We're going to put a newer style microphone in the transmitter and in the receiver capsule. And so basically we want to put a network board in this telephone and wire everything. We also want to wire it so when we put a crank in, a magneto, that when you ring the bells, because this telephone does have its original bell solenoid, we want to create a circuit so that when you crank the magneto, it rings the bells, but it does not backfeed any voltage into the telephone line. So there's a lot of issues with the telephone at this point, but we're going to get them squared away. And I want to show you the inside of this telephone since this is the initial checkout. And as you can see, there's no magneto inside, but we do have some wiring, and we do have a hook switch, and we have our solenoid for our bells. So basically, when we get this squared away a little bit and get a magneto installed and start wiring this telephone, and also install a modular port so that Steve can simply bring a line cord in any length, any color that he chooses, that he'll be able to use this telephone and plug it right into a regular jack, a modern jack. So basically, we'll get some more video of this telephone as we move along in the repair of it, but it's a really cool Western Electric wooden wall, and we're going to be working towards repairing this telephone and getting it into working condition. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll get a little more video a little later on in the progress of this telephone. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with this telephone. And we're going to kind of run through some things that went on with this telephone. Like earlier in the video, we showed that this telephone came in. It did not have a spit cup. And we also updated the transmitter. It did not have a receiver capsule or cord, and the shelf was broke. So we had to replace the shelf, and to try to make the shelf, because this telephone looks pretty rustic, it's a Western Electric, and you can see some of the sticker here, but you also have your Western Electric tag on the transmitter, and this has actually got some holes in the wood, so it's pretty rustic looking where the bugs got a hold of it, and it's cool like that. This is the way it was found, and you know, it's nice to keep it in a kind of a rustic kind of look. And somebody had done some painting on the bells, so all that was done years ago. And so trying to get the shelf to kind of match everything is a little difficult, but we did replace the shelf. It was cracked, and the front part of the shelf was broke off. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and ring the bells. And this telephone also did not have any magneto or crank handle in it, so that was installed. We had to put a magneto in it. We went through the bells, had to work on them and get that straightened out and do whatever wiring that we needed to do. And we also installed a modular port so that Steve can simply walk up to this telephone and bring a line cord through any length, any color, and it's a simple connection. Just plug it right in and you're ready to go. So now what we want to do is some checks on this telephone. We're going to do our final checks. And first of all, we're going to go ahead and ring this telephone. We're going to let that go a few times, since that's one of the issues. And then we'll give you some dial tone. Now I'm going to pop the hook switch and make the dial tone go away. If you watch the analyzer, you'll see that red light. Every time I tap on the transmitter, that red light is an indication of 100% modulation. So when I'm tapping on it, that's sufficient for talking on the telephone. So you'd be able to hold a everyday conversation with this telephone. What I want to do now is I want to move the telephone over to a regular telephone line, and we're going to call a time and temp number. Give you some dial tone. We're going to use a tone generator.
Good evening. Offenburg St. Clair Auto Mall with 5 new car lines at one location in O'Fallon. Offenburg.com. Today is Wednesday, January 30th. The time is 10:05. Current temperature 36 degrees. Now the Belleville area weather forecast. Becoming partly cloudy and windy overnight, lows in the low 20s. Partly sunny Thursday morning, then mostly cloudy, a chance of light snow, highs in the mid-30s.
Okay, so we know that the telephone is in working condition and it has been converted and it has been repaired. Although this telephone needed quite a bit of work and parts, it's just a really cool, rustic Western Electric telephone. And, it's going to make a nice telephone. Steve wants to send us some pictures, or I'm not sure his plans, if he's going to have it, anything done to the body of this telephone, or just leave it like it is. I mean, that's the way he probably found it, and it's a really cool telephone. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. And you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.